now we present Herbert Marshall as the man called X, the Saturday night feature on NBC's five-show festival of comedy, music, mystery, and drama. Brought to you by Chesterfield, the cigarette that has for you what every smoker wants. Mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. The cigarette that brings you Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. By the makers of Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia. And by RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. Herbert Marshall as the man called X. Wherever there is mystery, intrigue, romance, in all the strange and dangerous places of the world, there you will find the man called X. Now, wait a minute. I think you may recognize these happy characters.
Now here's Chesterfield's answer to Cyrano de Bergerac. Bob Hope.
I'd top easy, Dad, but we only have a minute here to sell Chesterfield.
Okay, well, let's get to it.
Better tasting Chesterfield is the only cigarette that combines for you mildness with no unpleasant aftertaste.
The mildness is a cinch to prove. You just make the Chesterfield mildness test. You know, open a pack and enjoy that milder aroma. Then smoke them, and you'll know that Chesterfields are milder.
And Chesterfield leaves no unpleasant aftertaste. That fact has been confirmed by the country's first and only cigarette taste panel.
So make our cigarette your cigarette. The reasons go together like this.
Buy Chesterfield, Chesterfield, the one that proves its case. Yes, Chesterfields are milder, plus no aftertaste.
So ho, open a pack and give 'em a sniff.
Then you'll smoke 'em.
A 1,000 miles to the south of Florida it lies, south of the Bimini Islands, Nassau, and ancient Hispaniola, a land of surf and palm-lined shore, a paradox of modern buildings and tropical splendor. It is the island of Puerto Rico, a land of peace and native songs and exotic flowers, and of violence.
Talk, you pig. I said talk, Rubira. Talk.
No, I will tell you nothing.
You will tell us who else knows of your suspicions, or we will...
Carlos. It is enough.
But, Senor Jimenez...
If he will not talk, he will not talk.
Not to you, Jimenez. Not to a traitor to Puerto Rico. To the United States.
You are quite right, amigo. You will not talk to Pedro Jimenez. Nor to anyone else. So, I believe that finishes our business here. Come along, Carlos.
Si, Senor Jimenez.
Operator X. The man called X. Get the man called...
So his dying words would ask for you, Ken.
That's what the report says, Chief.
I don't get it. What's the connection between the murder of a Puerto Rican newspaper man and the Bureau?
Luis Rubira was more than a newspaper man. He was a crusader, always fighting for the benefit of the little people and for his country. This time, I think he bit off more than he could chew.
Like what?
Like the Nationalista party.
Oh, wait a minute, Ken. The Nationalista party's no threat anymore. After a couple of their gunmen made that assassination attempt in Washington, they were broken up.
Mm-hmm. Or did they go underground? Chief, that party's an organized gang of revolutionaries. You know, Puerto Rico for the Puerto Ricans. We've heard that line before. China, Korea. And if they're still operating there, underground, well, it's like an H-bomb sitting in the heart of Latin America. Only 1,000 miles from the Panama Canal.
Yes, but, Ken, we don't know that they've gone underground. We haven't any proof.
What if Luis Rubira had?
Miss Brooks, book passage for Ken Thurston on the first plane for San Juan, Puerto Rico.
is Flight 204 from Panama City, Barranquilla, Maracaibo, and Curacao. Now arriving on Ramp C.
Believe me, Mr. X, you won't ever regret taking me along here to Puerto Rico. I know every hacha dive in San Juan.
That figures.
Sure, whatever it is you want here, I'm the guy who can fix it up. What we had for now, Mr. X? Wine, songs, women?
Pagan, I want you to get me some information about the Nationalista Party.
That's a cinch. When it comes to arranging parties, I'm the Nationalista Party.
That's right.
Oh, goodbye, Mr. X. I just remembered to forgot an important date back in Florida.
Oh, relax, you idiot.
But Mr. X, these Nationalista jokers, they would just as soon cut your throat for a nickel. Sooner, even.
Then you know him.
Oh, I won't admit that. Nothing. Positively nothing. Not for $1 million would I have anything to do with the... Hey, that's a C note.
Yeah?
Well, Mr. Thurston, my oldest and dearest friend, if there's any little thing I can... Hey!
Here you are, Pagan.
But you tore it in 2 pieces. And you're only giving me half.
You'll get the other half when you get me some dope about the Nationalista and why Luis Rubira was killed.
Oh, but Mr. Thurston...
You'll find me at the offices of La Libertad, Rubira's newspaper.
But, Mr. X...
So long, Pagan.
But...
I knew you would come here, Ken. Luis always said you could never refuse a call for help from a friend.
Your husband was more than a friend, Maria.
See, I know. During the war, the 2 of you were... But that is past history now.
Maybe not.
No, of course not. You are here to help him with the same fight again.
That's right, Maria. What can you tell me about it?
Well, perhaps Steve Bennett can help me explain.
Bennett?
See, he was working with Luis when he was... One moment, Ken.
Huh.
Steve, would you come in here a moment, please?
Of course, Maria.
Steve is the managing editor of our English edition. He was Louis' right-hand man in the investigations.
What can I do for you, Maria?
Steve, this is Ken Thurston. Ken, Steve Bennett.
Glad to know you, Thurston.
How are you, Bennett?
Ken is an old friend of Louis. He is here to help us in whatever way he can.
Well, we can use help, Thurston. All we can get. We're up against some very tough competition.
The, Nationalista?
That's right. Louis was one of the few men who realized what a real danger they are.
So he went after them?
See,
yes.
With Steve's help, they were attempting to learn where the new underground headquarters were. And more important, who was their real leader.
You have any luck, Bennett?
Oh, we helped the Secret Service round up some of the more obvious followers, the front men. But Luis was convinced that somebody big, somebody very powerful, was really behind the movement.
He suspect anyone?
Well, if he did, he was killed before he could tell us.
Steve, Luis did suspect someone. Pedro Jimenez.
Jimenez? No.
Who's he?
One of our most respected citizens. Philanthropist, a wealthy plantation owner, member of the Puerto Rican government.
Somebody big, somebody very powerful.
Well, he fits the bill without question. And if Luis was right... But how can we prove it?
If Luis was right, Bennett, we're going to prove it.
Hello?
Carlos?
Si?
Bennett, we're in trouble.
Trouble, amigo?
A man called Thurston just came to San Juan. He's investigating the party.
Others have attempted to investigate the party
Yes,
also.
but this man's different. And he's after Jimenez.
Senor Jimenez. Then he suspects?
Yes. I don't have to tell you what to do.
That is quite correct, Senor Bennett. You do not have to tell Carlos what to do.
Well, Mr. X, here we are. El Rio de Oro. That's the river of gold, you understand?
No.
Sure. Some crumb bum joint, eh, Mr. X?
Luis Rubira used to come here?
That's right. And the dope I got is that he was here about that Nationalista party. So how about giving you the rest of that C note, eh, Mr. X? I got a big deal cooking, and I could use it.
This deal of yours, does it have black hair, blue eyes, and wear a silver fox?
How did you know?
Coming over to the table now.
Oh, that's right.
So you have arrived at last, Pagan, darling.
Hello, baby.
I've been waiting for you, muchacho. But I did not know you're going to bring a friend.
Oh, don't let it bother you, baby. I got a little banking-type business to talk over a minute, and then you and me will go out with the town.
It sounds most intriguing, Pagan. But are you not forgetting something?
Huh? Forgetting what?
My name's Ken Thurston, senorita.
Oh.
And mine is Nina Rodriguez, Ken.
Yeah, that's right. Nina Rodriguez. How about that half a C note, Mr. Thurston, eh?
Pagan told me so much about you, Ken. About the way in which the two of you work together so well.
Oh.
Look, baby, on a second thought, business can wait. Let's brush out of this place right now, eh?
You must find it most thrilling, Ken, to work with a man such as Pagan.
Oh, sure. Now, like I was
and
saying...
how complimentary to you that he has made you his first assistant.
Yes, isn't that nice?
Well, you know how don't you, Mr.
Would you like to dance, Nina?
I'd love to. If Pagan does not mind?
Well,
he won't mind. Will you, boss?
Huh? Oh, sure. Go right ahead.
Go on, Nina.
Don't mind me. I'll just wait here at the table.
So, Ken, what is it you wish to ask me?
What makes you think I wanted to ask you something?
I don't flatter myself that even my charms would make you wish to suffer to this impossible music. What is it?
Silver fox and expensive jewelry hardly belong in a dive like this. And you're hardly the type to go for Pagan.
But he has such a darling accent, Ken.
He's also got a habit of giving out information.
See, I discovered that fact.
So?
I too have that habit, but with a difference. Pagan is susceptible to flattery and charm. I'm only susceptible to money.
Huh.
Shall we say $10,000?
Hey, what information could be worth that kind of money?
Who knows? Perhaps if one were interested in the death of Luis Rubira, or in the Nationalista party, or in Senor Pedro Jimenez. You may not have too much time in which to decide.
Why not?
You'll learn when you return to your table.
To my...
So you notice, Pagan is no longer there.
Who is the man sitting there now?
The one who will inform you why you do not have much time. Thank you for the dance, Ken. We'll meet again soon. And when we do, I would prefer to have the money in cash. Hasta la vista, muchacho.
Hello, waiting for me?
You're Senor Thurston, no?
That's right.
See, I've been waiting for you. My name is Carlos Mendoza.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
I am a captain of the police.
Oh?
See, I'm here to place you under arrest for the murder of Luis Rubira.
We will continue with The Man Called X in just a moment. If you suffer from the pains of headaches, neuritis, or neuralgia, you should discover what many thousands have known for years, that Anacin brings incredibly fast, effective relief. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients in easy-to-take form. Probably at some time you've received an envelope containing Anacin tablets from your physician or dentist. Thousands of people have been introduced to Anacin this way. Try Anacin yourself the next time you suffer from the pains of headache, neuritis, or neuralgia. You'll be delighted at how quickly relief can come. Anacin is spelled A-N-A-C-I-N. Your druggist has Anacin in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets and economical family-size bottles of 50 and 100 for your medicine cabinet. Ask for Anacin today. Now, Act Two of The Man Called X, starring Herbert Marshall with Leon Belasco as Pagan Zellschmidt. dockside cafe in Puerto Rico, Ken meets Nina Rodriguez, who offers to sell him information about the Nationalista Party and about Pedro Jimenez, a wealthy plantation owner suspected of being the party's leader. But the conversation is interrupted by the arrival of Carlos Mendoza, captain of police, who puts Ken under arrest for the murder of Luis Rubira. Now, 20 minutes later, a black sedan twists up the curving mountain road leading to the inland plantation country of Puerto Rico. Carlos Mendoza is in the rear seat. In front, beside the policeman driver, is Ken Thurston, the man called X, with Mendoza's gun pointing at the back of his head.
A pretty long ride to police headquarters, isn't it, Mendoza?
Do not be concerned, Senor Thurston. We shall arrive in good time.
At headquarters or Pedro Jimenez plantation?
What difference, senor? The ultimate destination of all murderers is the grave.
And of course you've got all the evidence against me that you need.
What we do not have, we shall obtain.
I see. You get rid of me, you close the file on Rubira's murder, and Jimenez and the Nationalista Party go on their merry way.
Senor Thurston, it is you who continually bring the name of Senor Pedro Jimenez into the conversation, not I. I am merely performing my duty in bringing a murderer to justice.
Of course, and I wouldn't want your conscience tortured by the thought that you might have helped to convict an innocent man, so I'd better take that wheel.
Look, God, you fool! You will kill us all! You will...
But we got to do something, Mrs. Rubira.
You're certain that Captain Mendoza...
This Mendoza geezer practically kidnapped Mr. Thurston. I saw them driving him away with guns.
His name is Ken Thurston.
We are doing all that we can, Senor Zellschmidt. But until we are able to tell where they have taken him...
All right. Thank you very much.
Have you had any success, Steve?
Nothing, Maria. Neither Captain Mendoza nor Ken Thurston has made an appearance at headquarters.
Poor Mr. Thurston. Maybe they're killing him or something. And he didn't even give me the other half of that C note before he took him away.
Cheer up, Pagan. You'll get it.
Ken!
It's you!
Thurston, what happened to you? Your clothes, the blood on your face.
Oh, there was a little accident to Mendoza's car, and Puerto Rico's back country is pretty rugged.
Back country?
What's it all about, Thurston? What was Mendoza trying to do?
A rough guess would be that somebody tipped off Jimenez to the fact that we suspect him. So he sent his hired boy, Mendoza, to take care of me.
Ken, Luis was right. Jimenez is the leader.
We're on the right track, Maria.
But proof, Thurston. Where are we going to get proof? And if they're desperate enough to pull a trick like the one they pulled tonight...
Yeah, time's running out, but I think I know someone who can give us that proof.
Who can?
A girl by the name of Nina Rodriguez.
That little cookie? What's she's got to do with this?
I've a hunch it's plenty.
Of course, Ken. She used to be Jimenez's girlfriend. Luis mentioned her to me. If she could be persuaded to testify against him...
I'm afraid that's an impossibility.
Why, Bennett?
This piece of copy came into the desk a little while ago. There was a murder in the parking lot of El Rio Doro tonight. The victim, Nina Rodriguez.
Okay, Mr. X. I got the window open. Now what?
We climb inside.
Oh, but this is that big shot Jimenez's house. What if he finds us?
We just saw him leave the plantation and head for San Juan. He won't be back for at least a couple of hours. Now climb in. All right, Pagan, that does it. Let's get out of here.
But what if they see the wires? In some places we couldn't hide them so good.
That's a chance we'll have to take. Come on.
You are certain everything went all right, Ken?
The microphones are well hidden, Maria. Look, this is what we've done. We've connected them to the wires running up the hillside to this cave. We'll get down every word on this portable recorder.
Oh, Ken, I am afraid something has gone wrong. It is already half an hour since we saw the lights of their cars pull up to the hacienda. And we have heard nothing yet.
That only means they haven't gone into the library yet.
But what if nobody in the joint feels like reading tonight? After all, maybe there's some good radio programs or something. And anyways, didn't you say the chief was going
Hold
to...
it. I think I heard a door.
Come in, gentlemen.
We may as well be comfortable in here while discussing our futures and the future of the party.
Ken, they are coming into the library now.
Start the recorder, Pagan.
You bet.
No. Our plans have been well laid. If you carry out your assigned tasks as directed, within a week the Nacionalista party should be in control of Puerto Rico.
Do not worry, Senor Jimenez. We shall carry them out.
Mendoza.
You didn't carry them out so well with Thurston last night, Carlos.
That's Bennett.
What happened last
Who else
night,
could have
Senor
told him in
Bennett,
as I was after
purely
him?
an accident. Shall not happen again. Before tomorrow night, Senor Thurston shall be quite dead.
And do not forget the others, Carlos. The lovely Senora Rubira and that stupid fool Zelschman. I am rather weary of having to act the executioner for you, as I did with Luis Rubira.
Easy, Maria.
However, our concern now is with the overall plan. So, at the meeting of the Senate tomorrow, we assassinate the governor. There will be coincidental rioting throughout the city. Carlos' men will protect the members of our party. You, Bennett, will be in charge of our propaganda machinery. I expect that propaganda to result in my being elected as the new governor.
Oh, Ken.
It's a well-established pattern,
Now,
Maria.
are there any questions?
Just one, Jimenez. Why did you find it necessary to have a recorded transcript of our conversation here tonight?
What are you talking about, Bennett?
That wire running along the molding, leading to the microphone in the base of this lamp.
Microphone? I put no microphone into it. Carlos.
Si, Senor Jimenez.
Get the
Get
record.
your police car out onto the road to San Juan. Do not let anyone reach the city from here if you have to shoot to kill.
Out to the car, fast. We've got about 1 chance in 10 of getting to San Juan before they catch us. How does it look, Maria?
They are gaining on us. Slowly, but gaining.
Oh, we'll never make it. We'll never make it.
The main road to San Juan is just over this hill. If we can make that, we'll be safe. Then all we have to do is...
Look ahead there.
Mr. X, hold those lanterns and stop.
They've set up a roadblock. Wooden barricades. They phoned ahead.
Then we have lost. They will stop us, seize and destroy the record. And tomorrow... Ken, why are you stopping?
Get out, Maria. You too, Pagon. Fast. Go on, you idiot. Get out.
I'm getting...
Here, take the recording. Try to get it through to San Juan. I'll create a little diversion for you.
What are you going to do, Ken?
Just what Jimenez hopes I'll do. Try to crash that roadblock.
So, Senor Thurston, you regain consciousness at last.
Yeah. You must be Pedro Jimenez.
At your service, senor.
Yeah, Back in your library, I see.
I had you brought here after your little accident. I thought you might rest more comfortably in familiar surroundings.
That's mighty nice of you.
I trust the ropes are not too tight?
Oh, no. Very satisfactory.
Good. I have always prided myself on being a considerate host.
Well, thanks.
It is too bad that you and I found ourselves pitted against one another on opposite sides of the world, as it were. Working together, we might have accomplished much. Working against each other, we have merely succeeded in achieving a stalemate.
Is that what it is?
Regretfully, I must confess it. Oh, Bennett and Carlos are still searching for your friends and the recording, but I do not delude myself into believing they will find them in time.
That sounds more like a checkmate, Jimenez.
Oh, no, not at all, my friend. While you have defeated me, I just as surely have defeated you. For I am going to kill you, you see. A beautiful weapon, don't you agree?
Is that the gun you used on Luis Rubira?
It is. You surprise me somewhat, Senor Thurston. Do you find no cause for alarm in this situation?
Should I?
Sometimes you Americans puzzle me. Why are you never intimidated by a display of strength? Never frightened by threats of armed aggression?
We have been threatened before.
Perhaps. But there is nothing more powerful on earth than strength of arms. as the entire Western world will someday learn to its sorrow. And as you are going to learn right now. Adios, Senor X.
Ken, are you all right?
Yes, Chief. Thanks. Pagan and Maria got through then.
Yeah, they did. Met me at the newspaper office as we had planned, and... Well, it looks like you were right when you told Jimenez there was no cause for alarm.
I'm not so sure, Chief.
What?
Jimenez said it was too bad that we were working against each other rather than together. Too bad, he said, that we were on opposite sides of the world. And he was right. But as long as one of us believes only in guns, armed aggression, well, I guess we've got plenty of cause for alarm.
Our star, Mr. Herbert Marshall, will return in just a moment. Here's a word from RCA Victor. Inch for inch, your best buy in television is RCA Victor 19-inch. It's big, better, more for your money, and here's why. RCA Victor's new picture pickup brings in the best possible reception. Pictures are clear, steady, and bright. And RCA Victor television is million-proof television, quality proven in over 2 million homes. Best of all, RCA Victor 19-inch television is yours for little more than what was once paid for 10-inch television. And remember this, only RCA Victor owners can buy the RCA Victor factory service contract for expert installation and maintenance. So ask your RCA Victor dealer to show you 19-inch television. It's available in a wide range of table models, consoles, and combination instruments. And by the way, here's a big RCA Victor record value. It's the new Singer Single Series, 54 all-time Tin Pan Alley tunes by 9 of America's brightest recording stars. Now, here is our star, Mr. Herbert Marshall.
Thanks for being with us. The folks you heard in tonight's cast were Lucille Meredith, Peggy Weber, Will Wright, Harry Bartell, Stan Waxman, and Paul Freese. Next week, a story of terror that threatens the existence of a whole nation. And when I say terror, I don't necessarily mean Pagan Zellschmidt, played as always by Leon Belasco. So join us, won't you, when next I return as the man called X. Good night.
The Man Called X is a Saturday night feature on NBC's 5-show festival of comedy, music, mystery, and drama. Brought to you by the makers of Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia. And by RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, first in television. The Man Called X, starring Herbert Marshall, is a J. Richard Kennedy production with music composed and conducted by Felix Mills. Tonight's story was written by Sidney Marshall. All characters and incidents on this program are fictitious, and any resemblance to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. Be sure to listen tomorrow evening for The Big Show with Tallulah Bankhead and a great parade of stars, the Sunday night feature of NBC's All-Star Festival. And until next week, same time and station, this is Jack Latham saying good night for The Man Called X. Hear the week's top tunes on your hit parade on NBC.